welcome to the Rollers and the Rockers podcast brought to you by Bankwest. My name is Hayley Miller and I'm joined by my brilliant co-host, Emma O'Driscoll. Welcome back again. And Mim. Mim is back.
Back again. Look out.
It's incredible.
Mim, you're actually killing it. You're on a streak here. Like, she's not just playing well, she's actually showing up for the potty.
I actually responded in the group chat.
That's what I was about to say. You. And she responded in
Don't
there.
say I don't take feedback.
Taking the feedback, she's implementing it. That's all we can ask for. So welcome back. Drisco, do you have a rating quickly for Tuck's potty last week?
I think it was good. I love the Virgin Lounge setup, but I reckon
extra points for the gritty.
Extra points. I reckon 7.5.
7.5.
I like some of the other ones better. But nothing against Tux. I just mean in general. I don't reckon we were probably as
No, yeah, we probably weren't on our
best. Yeah, I don't think so.
Lots on the mind.
Also, the setup today.
I can't see.
I'm like,
I can't see. I can see you through.
where are you? Are we wearing face masks again? Because I can only see your eyes.
I'm pretending like I can actually see you, but I can't.
It's horrible, Brett.
So
What's that
good.
flap on the camera? Can we flap it down? Because I can't see my friend.
Yeah, surely you don't even need that part.
Okay.
All right. Let's
introduce.
Yeah, let's introduce the guest and then we can have a general life chat. But this week's guest is a relatively new member of the While You're Up Football Club, a fiery little thing.
Yeah.
Jae Flynn. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries. You did turn down the offer the first time.
That is classic.
But we've managed to get you.
She's a busy woman.
I'm a busy girl.
Yeah. Well, you almost said no to this time. We've had to scramble to make it happen today.
No, the best thing is the commitment from Jae that she actually had an appointment tomorrow and was willing to change this appointment to make the podcast.
And I was like, absolutely not.
No.
It's not that important. You don't need to change your appointment for it. So, but anyway, I'm glad we made it happen. We did make you sit here for a little while.
Yeah.
While we got the script sorted. Cause
she was tapping her leg.
Few
She must be
issues.
nervous.
You're a bit nervous.
I'm a bit nervous.
How you feeling?
Yeah. Just
Why?
a little bit.
Talk to us. Tell us how you're feeling.
I'm a bit nervous.
I thought she was going to give us something else then.
That's it. That's all you get.
No, we're actually lucky that Jae and Hayley actually sat next to each other on the plane home from Melbourne on the weekend. So I'm expecting this to be a big one with Hayley having found out her life secrets.
I just know a lot now. I know a lot about Jae. And, you know, people would think that you're quiet, but as soon as we sat down, it was Jae's first time in the exit row, so she's up and about that, all the extra leg room. And then we proceeded to go, okay, like we'd ask a question. So I think the first one we were in movie topics. And then it was like we'd finish that and we'd go, okay, next question. If you're on death row, what meal are you having? So that's how the plane ride went for a good 2 hours.
I think we almost spoke for 2 hours.
You guys are wild.
It was so good. I
and
enjoyed
then a
it.
10-minute nap.
Yeah.
And then more talking.
And then trying to figure out how long we had left.
Yep. That took a while.
On the plane. Anyway,
That's great. Speaking of the plane, though, I just wanted to add in, like it's not in the script, but can we just take a moment for, we were in the same row. So I was in the same row as Hayley and Jae.
Yes.
The row behind us was Laura Pugh and Shannon J-Lo.
Yeah.
And the man behind Pewey had his UE boom blasting freaking New York underneath Pewey's seat. The whole plane thought that Laura was playing music out loud.
And it just seems bad because we're a team and everyone thinks teams, well, we like to chat a lot. So they're always disruptive and whatnot. And then this guy's playing this music and I was thinking, oh my God, we're going to get the club's going to get an email saying the girls are disrespectful. They're playing music out loud on the plane. And I feel like that's just an unwritten rule that you don't do it. And it was fun for the first little bit, but then it just went on and on. He played it for ages. And I think Ange ended up turning around.
No, I literally turned around and Pewey's seat was vibrating. I was like, you're going to take off, mate. Like, it was classic. Anyways, just wanted to add that in.
So classic.
So good.
What did everyone get up to today? Because the weather, 36 degrees today. Brilliant Monday day.
Why did you take so long to reply this morning, Jae? What were you up to? Were you doing things?
I was actually still in bed.
Oh, of course.
Must be nice, isn't it? Actually,
Okay.
I was up at the beach this morning. I've been to the beach twice today, actually.
Amazing.
Went for a quick walk, grabbed a coffee, went home, did some study, was really struggling because Ellie had gone back to the beach. And then it got to, I think, 1 o'clock and I was like, nah,
Gotta go back.
I'm going. Went, had a swim. It was fantastic. But I was only there for probably like 15, 20 minutes, but that's all my skin could handle today.
Still
First one
amazing.
of summer. Well, it's not quite summer, but, first real hot day. That's a dangerous one. You could get really, really scorched.
Definitely. Mim, what
gorgeous.
about you, though, mate?
Yeah, I had a lot of study this morning, and then
Oh.
I did pop to the beach. It was beautiful after it glassed off.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
it was very
really
windy
nice.
this morning.
Yeah, it was
it
windy
was
this
super,
morning.
super windy, easterly this morning. But then as soon as it dropped off, obviously the heat skyrocketed, but it was gorgeous.
But I'm like Hayley, I can't spend too much time in the sun unless I lather up with
Yeah.
sunscreen.
And
That's
then it's just not that much fun.
I don't have that problem.
No. You
But I
would be
didn't
one
go
of
to
these
the-
ones that goes and lays there for 6 hours.
Yeah. I am like Ellie.
Yeah.
We do tan quite easily,
Yeah.
but I didn't go to the beach because I have 10 jobs.
Yes. Well, that's your own
So
fault.
my own problem, yes.
Yes.
Anyways, moving
How was
forward.
work today, though? Was it
Oh,
good?
no, it was
Good
actually a
day?
really
It
good day.
Well,
Nice
that's
day.
all you can ask for.
I think the worst thing about it being like the weather being so nice though is that you don't want to go to work. But then
Yeah, true.
also it makes you want to get out of bed because it is nice outside.
It is much easier to get out of bed when it's warm.
Yeah, rain.
You're not
raining.
wrong.
Oh my God, why did I say that? Sunny.
All right, we'll do we'll make it a quick recap. I know I said quick last time, we went for about half an hour. Recap on Geelong, Wallyup versus Geelong, obviously us being Wallyup, but disappointing loss. But TJ did debut, which is always fantastic. What was your thoughts on the game, Jay?
I thought it was tough.
Yeah.
It was a tough game.
Yeah.
Geelong were quite good opponents. So.
Yeah. I think we knew that
They
coming into
brought
the
it.
game. But disappointing, especially the start is disappointing. So if we'd probably got ourselves on the board a little bit earlier, got going a bit earlier, it could have been, a little bit closer towards the end. And we did have a bit of it, especially the first half of the last quarter, which could have, turned things a little bit. But again, you got to get score on the board, otherwise you're in trouble. So that's my thoughts anyway.
Yeah, I think it's always disappointing when you travel and then you lose because you've just gone to all that effort of getting over there and then and I actually think everyone tried so hard on the weekend as well.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't an effort thing. Like I think everyone was putting their best foot forward and unfortunately they were the better team on the day. But yeah, credit to Geelong. They did play really well and I thought that their actual team structure but also the way they worked together was really good.
Yeah, I think we just to put it bluntly, we got to play the footy better.
Yeah,
we got to
yeah.
do the
Yep.
easy things better than what we are at the moment. But
Jay, you had a pretty exciting matchup. You were on Chloe Shear, probably one of the best forwards in the comp, small forwards in the comp. She's so good at using her body though. So how'd you find that?
That was a challenge. She almost put me on the ground a couple of times. After I tried to give her a little bump, she gave it back to me and I was not strong enough.
she
learnt
is
a
strong.
lot.
She is strong.
She's so strong.
But that's the number one of learning from players like
Definitely.
her. And I'm sure you'll learn that too. Get in the gym in the off season. Is that what you learn?
Get stronger.
Yeah. What have I learned? Get stronger.
Get stronger.
No.
Do you want to explain real quick? We have a little. So, if you cast your mind back a long way to Laura Pugh's podcast, we went through a lot of the players have songs attached to their name, I suppose. Just go, what is Jay's?
Well, Jay's was actually one of my favourites, and we actually sung it on her debut, which
Yeah.
is even better.
So good.
We sang the team song after we'd had a win, and then after that, we're all in amongst the crowd at Fremantle Oval singing, "Hey, hey, JJ, ooh, ah," and it's a great song to
So
get the
good.
crowd involved with.
It was, and I think people got involved. It's great.
Do you like your song though, Jay?
I love my song.
Oh,
and I think
yes.
I like watching Jay when everyone's like, yeah, she's
one
like,
of the
yeah.
one of
Give
the
it to
best
me.
things is when we're playing at Fremantle Oval. Sometimes the crowd starts singing.
Yes, this is what we
It's
wanted
an
though.
easy, it's an easy one to
Yeah.
just latch onto. That's fantastic.
Because they can start it, and then the other part of the crowd can go, ooh, ah.
Yeah.
See, come on,
You
guys.
get that. You get the two levels.
No, that's
fantastic. And a quick shout out to Brett and the Freo team that
Yep.
rode for the Cancer 200, so raising money for the Harry Perkins Institute cancer research, which is, fantastic. What are you doing? Oh, you want to see me?
So sorry, but
You need to shift the camera back.
which one?
Just go towards Jack. Yeah, there.
Because I can actually see Hayley now.
All right, great.
Oh my gosh,
So-
I was like,
do the very important shout out to Brett. You just go and put him back in his box by saying, I can't see you well enough. I'm going to move this camera. Anyway, great work for
amazing.
raising money for cancer research. How many of you were there? 12. Amazing. Because I went
Wow.
down a few years ago and there was a group, but I don't think it wasn't that big, wasn't 12.
It's the Lycra bodysuit uniforms for me.
And they're like Frio.
retro.
The Frio retro, like Lycra body riding suits.
Something else.
Hilarious.
We'll get a photo up.
Anyway, fantastic effort. Anyway, and remind me of how much you raised.
10 for about 35K.
$35,000 so far that they raised. So you can jump on and donate
Amazing.
still, I believe. So, get to it if you would like to. All right. Now it's all about you, Jay.
Take
you-
over.
This is
You
what
get
I've
into-
come for.
This
Yeah. She's like, I don't
like,
care
"Well,"
about this
She's
fluff.
like, there's not enough questions about me in here. All right. Let's just start off with family. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? Because I believe it wasn't in Perth, or at least part of it wasn't.
Yep. So, well,
Good.
The
I was
pause gets
born
me.
in
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Did you not get it?
She's going to be like,
She's like, I was actually born in Perth.
Yeah.
King Eddie's.
I
Why'd
was
you ask
actually
me that?
born in
yeah.
Perth.
Well, I figured
Oh,
there was
she
some
was
part
born in
of it.
Perth.
I
Yeah,
was
but there's
born
a
in
part
Perth.
where you tell the story, not
okay.
me.
So I was born in Perth, Adelaide Hospital, which is now an old
Thank you for
people's-
giving us the
old people's
specifics.
rehabilitation centre.
There you go.
Oh.
But both me and my brother were, but
Yep.
Mum came down from Tom Price to have us here. So then we lived up there.
Cool.
Then went to Dampier.
Yep.
Then over to Queensland Mackay. Then
Amazing.
to Port Hedland up north, and then down here for high school.
Why'd you move around so much?
Hence why I said,
Yeah, sorry.
where are you from?
She's
There
had
was
5
a lot
different,
of
6 locations.
I don't know why there was such a pause when I said that, as
Yeah.
if I'd said that wrong.
Dramatic
Anyway.
effect.
Yeah,
Good.
So why did you move around so much? Was it for your parents' jobs or?
Yeah, Dad was in the mining business, so
Yeah, okay.
moved around a bit with him, or wherever he got a job, we went.
So then you were how old when you came to Perth again? Like after moving away?
Year 6, so
Yeah,
10,
cool.
11. Yeah, when Jack went to high school.
So much fun.
Yeah,
And who was your sporting hero? Because we talked about this.
we did talk
We
about
talked about this, and
This
it
is a
had
plain-
this is the plain one, but it obviously fits into growing up in
Yep.
Mackay.
So my sporting hero, I actually did a lot of assignments on her. I used to recycle assignments every
How
year,
good's
so my
that?
teachers didn't know. But I used to always do it on Kathy Freeman, and that was because she grew up in Mackay. Well, I actually don't know if she grew up in Mackay, but she was
was
in
from
Mackay.
there,
Yeah. When I first learnt about her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
I wanted to be a 400 metre runner, and then I did the 400 metre run, and I went, no.
No,
It's,
no.
I feel like I'm going to spew.
I don't know why anyone would choose 400
Yeah.
metres.
And I
as
never
their
did it
event.
again. So
No. Well, you
Okay,
said
but
you're more
still
of an 800.
inspiration.
You're more of an 800.
yeah,
kind
more
of
of
gal.
a semi-middle long distance.
Yes.
Nah, rank.
Yeah, I was like
Short
the
and
other
sharp.
way. Yeah,
Get it
the
done.
other way. Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it over and done.
But I
with
also
as quick as
don't like the
possible.
2K, so we can cancel
Well,
that.
No,
No
that's
one
okay,
likes that.
mate. Don't worry. But,
No one likes that.
but also, I love that you recycled assignments because you moved around so much. That is elite.
Well, the
Well
teachers
done.
didn't know every year.
Yeah, no
great.
one would know. How good. So you had a basketball. Well, I'm going to say we'll go basketball first. Basketball and volleyball. A little bit of
Yeah.
volleyball background, but we'll go basketball first. Tell us about when you started playing. Why you enjoyed basketball so much?
Well, basketball started in Mackay, played there, but then when we moved to Port Hedland, obviously you can't play. Well, there wasn't basketball, so you couldn't play it. So when we came down here, played basketball at Lakeside Lightning, went down there, played my whole wobble juniors there, and then was in the SBL/NBL 1 team for
Yeah, cool.
up until I got drafted.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
how good. And then you dabbled in a little bit of volleyball.
I did
Tell us
dabble
about
in
that.
volleyball. So Rossmine Senior High School is where I went to school, and that's like, I'd say top volleyball school. Maybe
cool.
a few other schools are catching up now,
Yeah.
but when we were there, we were pretty strong. So did that for my high school days, and then my last year of high school, my friends convinced me to do state, so I played state for 2 years in the under
So
19s.
cool.
Yeah.
It's actually so funny that when Jay got drafted, I actually had so many connections with people that knew Jay. So Victoria, I went to uni with and studied physio with, played in Jay's volleyball team.
Yeah,
and
we were
they've been,
good friends throughout
in
high
school.
school. Yeah.
And then I'd met Jay's brother years back just from knowing people at the same Wesley Curtin Football Club. And so it was just light bulb moment, things just clicked. I was like, oh my God, I actually know Jae Flynn.
Yeah.
Who is this girl?
I know this girl without knowing this girl.
So wild.
No, how good. I just don't think of a volleyball team because when I think volleyball, I think really tall. But what sort of
You
position?
don't think of me as a tall person?
No.
That's not the first thing that pops in.
Yeah.
Maybe down the track, right at the bottom.
Yeah, what was your role?
Yeah, what's your talk for people that don't know volleyball very well, like positions and where you'd naturally play?
So
know you
I
have to
was
move around a bit,
I was the setter, so the person who sets the ball up for
Yep.
the big people to hit.
Yeah, the big people.
So I used to play in school volleyball 6-1, so I used to play front court, and that was always good fun because you can block people and
Cool.
dump set and stuff like that.
Lots
Gives
of
you just
terms.
more options. But then sometimes, usually the setter doesn't play front court; they just play back court. And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, just explain in layman's terms for the people that don't
dump?
understand dump set, front court, back court,
Something.
so when you
serve.
So if you're front court setter, you have 3 options. You have the outside hitter, the middle hitter, and
Yep.
then the person at the back
Okay.
to hit. But if you're front court setter, then you become like an attacking option.
Okay.
But then you did have to be the blocker. Well, when you were in your early sort of days, so you did have to be able to
How
jump.
do you
I had to
block?
jump.
You have to jump.
Oh, yeah,
that's
to
that
hop-
one.
Jump
You have
over
to
the net.
jump.
Block for someone to run through. What do you mean?
Different to
They're on
footy.
different sides of the net.
No,
you're
when,
not allowed
they,
to-
when they hit it.
No
Jay
physical
runs around the
contact.
net to block someone. Yeah. I've got it. Okay, this one.
Yeah,
Hello.
that one.
Got it. But then
you have to be
otherwise
able to
just
jump.
set it. What did you prefer?
I like setting.
Yeah,
I never
that's
hit.
really cool.
Never hit throughout high school. I was just always a setter.
Very
So-
fun. You could like jump on someone's hands to hit it over.
I could have, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's a thing.
I
So.
Great.
don't think you can. I think it might take too long.
Yeah.
Too many people to set up.
No, that's amazing, Jay.
Did you? So obviously, then footy wasn't the sort of thing that you'd playing at least when you were younger. But I do believe your whole family of Fremantle supporters.
They are.
Yes.
Nuffies.
Did you ever think about playing footy when you were growing up? And where did sort of footy come into it?
And who was your favourite player?
That's like an AFL player.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get to that.
Okay.
Um,
Bank that one.
yeah. So Mackay started playing footy, Auskick.
Oh, you
Play
did?
Auskick. I didn't know you played Auskick, but there you go. Did you find that in
I
Google?
did play
There you go.
Auskick.
That didn't come up on the plane.
What?
You just said you
didn't
came into
ask.
waffle.
So
No, that's great.
Delve
so
enough.
played Auskick and
Yeah,
then
right.
played a little bit of footy up in Port Hedland alongside the other sports that we could have played
Yeah.
up there. And then came down here and obviously you can't play as a woman. So that wasn't an option. So I played basketball and then I've always loved footy, always like went down, watched my brother play, kicked with my dad, kicked with my brother out the back. And then one day someone came up to me and they were like, I think you should play footy. You're a bit aggressive on the basketball court. And it's always been, I always loved footy. And then I had a season in basketball where I was like, do you know what? I think I'm just going to go do it.
Wow.
And I went down to, or actually before that, I went down to Rossmine during COVID because some of the girls from another basketball team were going down there just to keep fit.
Isn't this the Rossmine Rhinos?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
Rossmine
boy.
Rhinos.
So you're a rhino too.
So I went down there to keep fit. The coach, Danny, at the time, convinced me to play one game. I think I got best on ground.
I think as it wiggles her ear, I did.
played one game and I was like, oh, that was kind of fun, and then didn't play the next year. And it took me a whole year to convince myself to actually go and
Wow.
play footy down at Sharks. So yeah.
So then you went down to East Fremantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And then, so your first year at East Fremantle, I believe it went pretty well.
It
Until
went
the end.
very well until it
Until
didn't go well.
anymore. Yeah. Undefeated all season.
Undefeated all
Yeah.
season
And
then
up
lost
until the grand final.
the grand
And
final.
it's great 'cause-
That's unfortunate.
Tempo was your coach as well.
Yeah.
And obviously Tempo is our
Forwards
coach now here. So that's pretty cool that you got to play under him and then have come into an AFL system with him still involved.
Yeah, that was one of the, well, not one of the reasons, but it was pretty comforting knowing someone who was a coach. And I rate Tempo as a really good coach. Like I rate him pretty highly.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So good.
And you were we call them futures now, but like a train-on player for Fremantle. That was last year? Is that right?
Yeah.
What was that experience
Last
like?
It was good. It was challenging. We it was a good like introduction into
Yeah.
what we've done this year. Very different to this year, but yeah. good
Yeah,
times.
what I just always wonder what that would be like. So you've been a sort of a trainer, and then you actually come in and you're actually part of it. I can imagine that would be a completely different experience.
It's a little bit awkward because you kind of know, like, I kind of knew you guys and you guys kind of knew me, but I'm like, I can be pretty shy at times.
Yes,
and
definitely.
yeah, and not very talkative.
No, but you're talking now. This is great.
First time.
But you're talking now.
You did tell me to
sometimes.
talk though,
Yeah.
so
Well, I did. I was like, Jay,
Said you got to talk, but not too much. We're on time schedule, but so there's a haven't met him. You're doing well so far.
No, you're killing it.
Good.
A great amount of talking.
I can't remember where I was.
You were talking about the difference between. Well, you kind of knew us, and
Oh yeah, it was a
train on
little-
and then transition
yeah,
into
yeah. It was a little bit awkward coming in again because you're kind of not in the team as a train on, and you kind of just like get caught up on the day and get thrown into training, and then it's a whole different dynamic when you're actually in the team.
definitely.
Tell us about your draft experience then, because it was a funny draft. It kind of wasn't
Yeah.
built up a whole lot because it's this in between sort of
So random,
last
wasn't it?
season and this one. I don't even know what they called it, but anyway, supplementary draft. Anyway, it's a draft. You got drafted. Tell us about your sort of draft, like that night or leading up to it. Conversations that you had.
Oh well, leading up to it, I had conversations with my agent person, Stella.
Yeah.
Lauren. Shout out to Loz.
So cool.
Yeah.
Loz.
So I had conversations with her, and she was the one that was talking to clubs. But had an interview with Freo.
Yep.
Met Lisa, met Bob. That was pretty
so
exciting.
yeah.
cool.
And yeah, they just kind of said, we want you to nominate state. And I was like, could this be the biggest stitch up ever?
Yeah.
Because if they don't pick me, then I can't get drafted.
Yeah.
But they did, which was good. And
So fun.
Yeah, the night I just had some family over and two of my friends came over.
Yeah, and you're watching it.
We were watching it on the TV. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
And it was the best moment ever.
Yeah, it was so good.
And then
Yeah.
Ange and Pewee, they rocked up to your house, didn't they?
They
as
did,
well.
yeah.
And your parents had all their Freo gear. It was so
Yeah.
sweet.
I think Mum came home from work that day and she was like, oh, I've got to go shower and put my Fremantle top on.
That's
so
the
good.
sweetest thing.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And then you had to wait a couple of rounds, but you debuted in round 3 versus Hawthorn. In my memory, there's a big tackle that you laid out on the wing. What was that experience like in the lead up to that?
I was so what, for the game or
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, for the game.
I was pretty nervous for the game. I get nervous anyway, so that was pretty general, but more nervous than usual.
Yeah.
I think I messaged Stribs that day and was like, she messaged me and I said, I think I'm going to throw up.
No.
But we got there and I thought the game went all right and we won, so that was better.
That's always good.
But the tackle, I felt like it wasn't really a tackle. She just kind of ran into me and I just
Well,
it
you
was
made
the biggest
sick.
stood there
You
with
made-
my arms
you
wide
made it
open
sick.
and-
That made it. I think maybe that's what made it impressive.
kind of felt
'cause
like I
you-
was taking a charge in basketball.
It was a huge tackle. I even voted for Jae as one of my trademark players that game because I know how hard it is to debut and how much pressure I feel like is on you and you're wanting to impress, you're wanting to do well, especially at home with your friends and family there. And I just thought that you came out and you had some crucial moment in the game. And also you're a fellow backy and love to back my backs in. But I thought it was, that tackle, like that's replayed 1,000 times in my head. So good. And then the bit of biffo that we caused as well was nice. You got a bit fiery, pushed it to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of
I do love a good shove.
She does
after.
love.
And that's so good because that comes into the next thing I was going to say. So when I was researching about you,
Oh, God.
and you're like,
It's going to be about my pop.
it is, it is exactly.
Yeah, it's so good.
I was watching an interview that you did with East or with the Waffle W or East Free or whatever. But your pop was Wilson Onions. So
What
he's,
a name, by
Yeah.
the way. Just what a name.
what did you say in your album about you didn't want to be an onion? And you made it sound so funny.
I can't remember my album. A funny story is that Mum was obviously Lisa Onions.
Yeah.
And she actually studied to be a home ec teacher.
Oh, that
No,
is so good.
stop, Mrs. Onions.
Onions,
I'm dead.
who teaches home ec.
Yeah, and then so when Mum always tells the story about how when she met my dad, she went around telling people that his name was Mr. Brown, so they were going to hyphenate it to be Brown Onions.
Oh, that is
That's
so
great.
good.
That is so good.
No,
so
that's
many
brilliant.
plays you could put on that last time
yeah.
onions. You should have kept it.
That
Come
is
on, Lisa.
So funny. Anyway, back to the story. So, Wilson Onions, your pop was East Freo, Hall of Fame, Premiership player, and you described him as having a bit of white line fever and used to get in a lot of fights. And in the interview, you said that wasn't like you. And I beg to differ. I beg to differ. You said I'd
she's lying
watch
to-
it. You said, and that's not really like me.
She's
I'm
lying
like,
to the press.
As if that is not like you. That is exactly like you. Maybe, you're not allowed to go throw punches anymore because you'll get suspended. But
No,
little bit
definitely
of
can see
little
it.
bit of a scuffle against Richmond as well. So we've got 2 games there.
Yeah, I can get a bit aggressive.
Nah, no,
I'm
we
not
love
like
it.
an aggressive person, but
No.
I don't know. It's like when I step on the field.
No, that's
White
good.
line
Like
fever.
a part of
White
me
line
that
fever's
goes,
good.
I play footy now. I can push this person.
Don't stop doing it. I love a bit of mongrel.
Me too.
Oh,
I got a bit of white line
Haley
fever, so
definitely. She gets
I've
this
got the
look in
white-
her eyes, and I'm like, oh, she's going to kill someone.
I've got the white line
Oh.
fever, so I'm all for it. I'm
Yeah.
like, you do you.
Nah, 100%. I think the Richmond game's so funny that Pew and I were like, Jay, just leave it. Don't worry about it. But we actually didn't even see what happened. We saw you getting in a fight, but didn't see what happened before.
Yeah.
And Jay's like, Trisco, she pulled my hair. I was like, okay.
All right.
Do what you need to do. But I don't want to have to run over when
Yeah.
there's blood, sweat, tears, all of this. It's too funny.
that bad.
But no, Jay, keep fighting. Who
No,
cares?
keep fighting the good fight. I love it. And Mim actually came
I
in there.
I
Mim
there
was
to back her
first
up.
in.
Jay keeps pretending I wasn't there to back her up.
Mim, you're loving on a fighter.
She had her by the scruff of the neck, and I said, whoa. Just let go, and we can all go back on our way.
Girls,
But,
just let go.
Yeah, it didn't really happen. And then a couple more people came over, and I was like, well, I'm not really doing anything.
I just love that Mim's like standing there like the gentle giant.
Yeah,
Just come over.
Guys, stop. Please.
Yeah, I definitely
Just
don't have
stop.
white line fever, but I wish I did. I
No,
don't know.
that's so funny.
Looks pretty fun.
But I guess just back to your pop though, what I guess influence has he then had on your journey, and I guess where you ended up obviously playing at East Fremantle because of him. I guess tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, well, I really wasn't allowed to go to any other waffle club because I definitely would have been kicked out of the will. My grandma my whole family is very blue and white eyed.
Cool.
But what was the question?
Just like what influence
what
he's had. And I guess you
Well,
told me a
that's
story last time as well about your grandma showing up to the game. Do you wanna just touch on that.
So, for my debut game, Grandma actually came to Fremantle Oval, which is obviously South Fremantle's home ground, and she actually hadn't been there since Pop had played because she doesn't she
won't
hates
go there
South
yet.
Fremantle.
That's how passionate.
That's how passionate they are about it.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, so wouldn't have gone to any other club. But Pop, I actually didn't see him play at all. I've just heard all the stories
Yeah, cool.
about him, and then but I knew he was a pretty tough and rough and get in there and just
Yeah.
bash people up, I guess.
Awesome. So you just followed in his footsteps.
Yeah, well, I guess it's in my blood.
It's
It
in the
is.
blood.
See, that you can't. Argue
So was
with
the
that.
last time
You can't
onions.
argue
Change
with
it
that.
back.
I can't change that. So just roll with it.
Love it.
All right. Did you want to add in that last bit there?
Oh,
or
no, I just put in Miller did a great job at the script, but
I just missed that. That just needed to be at the start.
I obviously just knew know that you guys have a farm down south, and I guess you always talk to me about when you want to get away, you just go down there. So I just put that in about that and your 2 dogs. That's literally the line. Farm down south, 2 dogs.
Hence why I'm like, do you want to touch on that?
So-
Because I don't really know what that means.
Talk
Is
us
there
through that.
significance?
Yeah, so it's just a hobby farm. There's no animals on it unless the
Except your
neighbour.
2 dogs. Come on.
They're animals.
Unless they will.
Are those your feet or your dogs? They're real dogs.
No, I don't understand that.
Sorry, keep going, Jay. I'm so sorry.
Toes
Unless the
dogs.
neighbour puts his sheep on. But yeah, it's like a couple of acres of land backs off the estate forest, which goes near Glenmervyn down in Collie.
So cool.
Lots of fun. We've got motorbikes and stuff. Not sure how
that's
much I can talk
cool.
about that, but
No, that's sweet. I
yeah,
wish I
it's
had
just
that.
a good place to get away.
No, awesome.
Not much cell reception, so
Oh, that's
yeah.
no,
And then my
that's
2
perfect.
dogs. My 2 dogs love it. Bella, she's an old girl, 12 years old, so
Oh my God.
but literally goes down there and looks like a puppy. So
Wow.
yeah,
No,
Just
that's
keeping her
wicked.
young.
amazing. Yeah.
Just keeping her young.
And then
Bet the
Dash
other
is
day.
only 15 weeks old.
I was going to say,
Keeping
yeah,
her
you
young,
only
there
just
you go.
got
Yeah, only
Wow.
just got a new puppy.
him, her.
Her. Dasher, yeah.
Dasher.
Yep.
Yeah, you only just got Dasher. That's cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
And yeah, they've just come back from the farm actually. Dash went down there, she met the sheep a couple of weeks ago, and she's a Kelpie, so went straight into Kelpie mode and was herding them up.
Hey Em, isn't WA the best place to call home?
Couldn't agree with you more. And our friends at Bankwest want to help you make the most of it.
That's why we've got some of the best seats in the house to our games this season.
And when you're not cheering us on, you could be in the best seats at the other epic events at Optus Stadium and RAC Arena.
So let's hear it for our home team, our home ground and our home crowd.
And let's hear it for the best seats in the house.
Search Bankwest Best Seats for your chance to win.
Okay, Dish with Driz, I'm just going to put a plug in here. I mentioned before that I know your brother Jack, but he's in the bad books with me now because he actually told you that I'd asked him to give me some goss. Like, Jack, what the hell, man? Like, you can't. If I've asked you for gossip about Jay, you're not going to go and tell her that I've asked that. We wanted to stitch her up here, but anyways.
He didn't tell me what the gossip was. So.
Okay,
So
well,
she doesn't know what's coming.
still.
No, that's why I'm a bit
First
nervous.
one's my favourite one, but
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
a question then we'll tell a story.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with Hayley Miller's question that she's added in here. Is it true you had your first seat in an exit row on the weekend and the flight attendant asked you if you were old enough to sit there? The age limit is 15 for everyone wondering.
So good. You want me to tell the story?
Yeah,
or
you tell the story.
So we're about to get on the plane, so we're showing all our tickets. And the first funny part was they asked Jay how old she was, and she really had to think about it.
I'm 24 by the way.
Yeah, she finally said 24. Yeah, so Jay you don't look 24.
I can't believe Jay's older than all this time. I did not know you were older than me. It's
I
just
generally
bizarre.
get 16, 17, maybe 18.
You look
if I'm
so
lucky.
Yeah,
young.
You do look very young.
Like, I reckon I'm actually on the flight attendant's team here of like, you know what? We got to be safe.
It's better be safe than sorry.
Don't want a 14-year-old trying to open a door.
Anyway, so it took you ages to say 24. Anyway, we got to that part. And then Epps was next in line, so you'd already gone. And then we were just kind of having a laugh about it. And then the flight attendant was like, oh, well, you all look really young. And then Epps goes, yeah, I'm 19. And then did her thing. And then the flight attendant goes, oh, well, you only have to be 15. And I was just like, oh, my God, that means she thinks Jay looks 14 or less.
No.
And I could
Anyway.
hear the laughing from
Yeah.
the tunnel.
I was losing it. I was absolutely, and then I quickly texted into the group because everyone needed to know that.
No, Jay, that is funny. But
Yeah, the
she
baby
is
face,
24, okay, guys? There we go. Alrighty. Can you please tell us what your favourite pre-game snack or food is? You need to be truthful here because we know the real answer.
Well, I've weaned it out for this season, I'd say, because I haven't had it for any of the games. But I used to eat mashed potato before my
I'm
games.
thinking like mashed potato at 10 a.m. What do you mean? Or you mean the night before?
No, I'll have it for breakfast if I've got an early game.
That's so good because I'm also on the
Wild.
same page. I'm like, if you make some, I'll eat it.
Yeah, a nice
I do love mashed potato, but
buttery,
like,
salty mashed potato.
okay, each to their own. Don't have that when we're away. Imagine now they start
Exactly.
bringing out bowls of mashed potato.
I'd be like, yeah, if you're going to go with that, I'll put my
No,
hand
that's
up for
great.
some.
That's great. Who currently owns the Flynn basketball court title?
Well, that's me.
Yeah. I was waiting for it.
I was trying
A
to
dramatic pause too.
Dramatic
Yes,
pause.
me and Jack went up against each other a couple of weeks
Yes.
ago, and I beat him. We have video footage too.
Oh, okay,
I'm not
proof.
sure if Jack's girlfriend Ella saved it,
Great.
but
Okay, well, Ella, give us the vision.
I'm not sure I want to give you the vision.
We need to expose Jack.
How old's Jack? Is he younger or
He's
older?
26.
Okay. So
No,
and then
that's
my
wicked.
younger sister's 19.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you gave that answer because he did admit that that was the first thing you've beaten him in.
Oh, I disagree.
Yeah, anyways. Flynn basketball court title. Jae Flynn, you beauty. Next question. How many times have you worn a dress?
Ooh, I think I literally only wear dresses if I've got an awards night or some sort of, I don't know.
I've heard it was like once, and that was in high school. Like your graduation
I
or
wore it
something.
for my ball,
There you go.
but I'm getting better. I used to hate dresses.
It's all right. You don't have to wear a dress if you want to wear.
I don't mind them now. I do like a good.
nowadays, like pantsuits
Whatever.
are all
Yeah.
the rage.
No, I
so-
don't mind a dress now.
Now,
but
you've
like
got past
awards
it.
nights, I'll leave them for awards nights
Yeah,
and stuff.
fair enough. Well, I don't
Fancy.
walk around in a fancy dress
Yeah.
all the time either. So
That's classic. What is your main hobby outside of football?
I don't even know this one.
Because I've got sleeping. Hence why you didn't answer our text this morning.
yeah, still in bed.
I'm a very good sleeper. I actually am a morning person, which you'd be surprised. But I do like to get up, have breakfast, and then go back to bed. And
That's,
No
you
way.
can't do that.
and then I'll have another nap.
No, but
during
this
the day.
is why. She's one of these insane people that doesn't drink coffee. That's why she can
Oh,
do
you're not
that.
a coffee drinker.
You're insane.
I also have a lot of spare time these days.
That's why you need to drink coffee, and then you wouldn't need that extra
Yes.
nap.
Yes.
You wouldn't need to go back to bed.
That's exactly it. All right, and now we have got. Oh, I don't know how to ask this question. What is your thing with jumping off of things?
Jumping off things.
Like Jack's basically said, you guys used to just jump off of grandma's roof and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
tell us why. Why did you jump off roofs, fences, into pools, everything into pools onto trampolines?
Why not?
Why not?
No, we actually, to think back at our childhood, me and Jack used to get up to a bit. But I think we used to jump off. We did used to jump off a lot of things.
Grandma's
Mum
roof.
would come home and we'd be jumping off the pool fence into the pool or climbing up on Grandma's roof and jumping onto the grass. Like there was
what
no
the hell?
pool.
Jumping onto the grass. It's not even
no
safe.
safety equipment.
But
no
why
nothing.
though?
Barefoot.
Just because.
With any injuries.
Is it just
doing
fun?
this?
I hurt my back once,
Is that why you got to cook back now?
She landed straight on it.
but I've also broken my coccyx. So
Landing on it.
that was basketball taking a charge.
Or the roof. I don't know how to ask the bottom one. Do you know how to ask the bottom one? You need to ask it. I've got one more of this. Yeah.
Do you like to save money?
She knows where this is going.
Yeah, I'm a bit stingy with money. If I can get a free feed, I'll take the free feed. I
good.
think that was one thing when we came into the club. Lisa introduced us to they have a staff meeting and they introduced us to the club, and everyone was like, "Oh, what's your favourite thing about Fremantle?" Everyone was like, "Oh, the sleeping rooms." I think Joe said, and a few other things, and I said the dinners.
Nice. Yeah, that's great.
And then I'd take more to go home and have for lunch the next day.
Good.
That is great. No, good on you. Keep saving.
Well, you're going to be a good saver. But then you did tell me you weren't moving out of
Yeah,
home
I'm not moving
until
out of home.
Yeah, absolutely. Until you
that's
get
fair.
married?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you
Yeah,
said?
that's
Yeah,
the
so
goal. That's fine.
That's the pinnacle
Yeah.
of you're going to save all this money, but
We
I'm
still-
going to buy a house.
We still have to pay rent at home, but
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not as much as if I had to move out.
Yes,
so
of course.
I'll do that.
Fair enough.
Well, your
Fair
parents
enough.
are teaching that in the
All
real
right.
world you do have to pay rent.
Yeah.
And last question from Dish with Driz. Is Susan Boyle your favourite artist?
Is this from Pewee?
We're not at
Oh,
From
we're
the
not at
Fans
that
yet, but
one?
we may as well. Come on, Susan.
I actually don't know any of her songs, but lately I've been a little bit obsessed with her.
What? Is she still going? Is she
Yes.
still around? Is she still producing?
She's still going.
Is she still
She's not
music?
producing. I think
Or is this
I only
a
know one
throwback?
song.
The one song that she
The
did. on-
I
what was
Dream a
it?
Dream by Susan Boyle. And I actually listened to the song for the first time a couple of weeks ago because me and Pewee were talking about it.
I Dream a Dream by Susan Boyle.
It's actually a very depressing song.
Yeah.
Pewie's going to love this.
Wasn't that just from like, what was she on, Australian Idol or something?
I think she was on American Idol.
American Idol. Or was it America's Got Talent?
Or
Or Britain's
maybe.
Got Talent?
Yeah, something
I think
like
it might have been Britain's Got Talent. One of those shows.
But anyways, the fact that your favourite artist is Susan Boyle is something.
I wouldn't say favourite
Well,
artist,
it is now.
but
Sorry.
we can-
We've made
What
that up.
was she
outlined
on?
that for you. I think it
Susan
was
Boyle,
Britain's Got
she's a
Talent.
Scottish singer, was on Britain's Got Talent. Nice, Miller.
I remember, but like original when
Yeah.
it actually came out.
she was like 40 years old when
Yeah.
she first became famous.
Oh, God. Okay. That's it from me. Great question to finish off. We're over to Mim for From the Fans.
She's been sitting there patiently.
You've almost made it through, Jay. Are you nervous for From the Fans?
I think this is the part I'm most nervous about.
Speaking of saving money, Jay got a free ride home from the airport
course
when
she
we got
did.
back. And we're paying for the ticket, and she goes, "Oh, well, you guys are giving me a ride home. I can pay for the ticket." We're like, no, don't worry about that. And she goes, "Oh, good, I didn't want to."
It was also $16.
The club
Can't have
pays
that.
for it.
Wait, what ticket?
No, my partner came in and paid
Oh,
for it.
did it? Yeah, right.
I was like, what?
Got it.
All right, from the fans, Samantha Lowe asks, favourite Shrek quote?
Oh, I knew this was going to come up.
So you don't like Shrek?
No, I do
Oh, and she
like
loves
Shrek.
it. I
She
do.
likes
was it that
Shrek and
whole-
Susan Boyle, guys.
It was
Stop, it's
Mim.
all right.
It's
She
Mim that
keeps trying
doesn't
to
Mim
like
doesn't
convince
like
me.
Shrek.
No, Mim, you
I
can't
mean, we're
not
having
like
this
Shrek.
conversation on the plane, and Mim
Okay.
did come
For
over
background
for some
from
of it.
for the fans, on our away trip, there was a channel 404. Was it Jay?
404
You know?
Kids HD.
And she said if I had this channel at home, I'd never leave. So it was just
404
playing.
Kids HD. So she is
constantly-
14.
Constantly playing kids shows that she was keeping people updated with. I think she had to leave dinner because what was on?
SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob
Oh
movie.
my
No.
God. You didn't leave dinner for
I
that.
didn't
For
leave dinner for it,
SpongeBob
but I
movie
caught the
especially.
end.
But tell us your Shrek quote, mate.
Okay, sorry.
My favourite one, there's heaps. It's a bit embarrassing.
No, just say it.
It's when Donkey meets the dragon.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, you're a female dragon. Of course you are. You reek of that feminine beauty."
That is a good one.
Get up and we need to cut that.
So that's when he's sitting on that little thing. And he
Yeah.
has, and then she falls in love with him.
Yeah, then they fall
Just
in
the
love.
accent is, you reek of that.
Oh, great.
Oh,
She also asked for your favourite Taylor Swift song.
Oh, that's a tough
Are
one.
you a Swiftie?
I am a Swiftie.
Swifty or Susan Boyle, what
that was
one?
in your album. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hands down, Susan. No, Taylor Swift.
Perfect.
Oh,
Go.
what was the question?
Your
Sorry.
favourite
Favourite
song.
Taylor Swift song.
Oh, I do love a good old song, and I reckon the first song I ever listened to Taylor Swift was the "You Belong with Me."
Yeah, love.
Oh, yeah.
Love.
Used to sing that all the time.
Is
as a
that the
kid,
one?
and that's kind of where
That's
it
the one
started.
in the window.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember that one.
Classic.
And
A
she's in
classic.
the band at school or something.
Yeah,
The
marching band, I
Marching
think.
band.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I do love all the
Great
songs. I think
song.
she's always my most listened to artist.
What about
on
most
Spotify.
recently then?
Oh,
One of her new songs.
Think of her new songs. It's not as new, but I really enjoy Betty.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Jae Flynn, there you go.
Jazz Dancer asks, what is your favourite ground to play at?
Well, obviously Fremantle. Oval.
Obviously.
The vibes are good there, but also Geelong did have nice
was
grass.
really
You
nice.
like
Yeah,
grass?
it's very
The
nice
grass,
It
stunning.
was nice.
And
you didn't know.
Stanet
Oh, this is great.
says, not a question, but please give us your top 3 Edna quotes.
For context, Jae Flynn's going as Edna mode to our end of season.
Edna Mode is off The Incredibles. the tiny little lady with the black hair bob who makes the
You
super
can look
suits.
that good, honestly. I can't.
Oh,
Come on,
well, there's
Edna.
heaps. There's heaps. My first one is the when Bob rocks up to her house at the first time and she goes, "My God, you've gotten fat." Yeah.
Are we on Kids Channel 404 HD?
Oh, do you want two
we're
more?
doing
You want
it.
two
Oh,
more?
if you've got two more.
3.
If you've got two more.
One that I use all the time is "Come, come, darling,"
Yeah, nice. That is good.
and then yeah, my family quotes this a lot. Is the "No caps."
I love that one because then it's like it showed the montage of all the superheroes dying
getting
because they've
pulled
got
in,
capes,
Great.
getting pulled into the
But there's
aeroplane.
many more. But we'd be here all day.
That's great, Edna. Thank you.
Jake Flynn asks, who is your favourite cousin?
Ooh. Well, when I played my debut game, that is my cousin, by the way, Jae
Yes,
Flynn.
figured
We-
that.
we get
we
it.
got that bit.
For one
I'm
Yeah.
sick of cousins asking, who's your favourite? Oh, obviously it's you.
He actually said that he was going for Hawthorn. So
Oh, it's not him.
Oh,
then.
okay, not him.
not him.
Yeah.
But
Name another one.
if I had to choose one, Jake would probably be up there.
Oh, probably
Oh,
him.
you would-
Okay.
Interesting. There's
Yeah.
a lot to work through there. There's a
Yeah.
lot to unpack.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I do love all my cousins.
Cousins.
Thank
are
you,
great.
Jake, for
Yes.
that obvious question and answer.
Cheyenne Carrington says, Miss Lowe at Comet Bay says hi. And says, Miss Lowe asked why you decided to play AFL.
Miss Lowe should know why I started playing AFL.
She definitely does. She wants a shout out here.
So Miss Lowe is
Lowe.
actually Samantha Lowe. She asked the first question about Shrek.
Oh,
there you go.
Yep, there you go. Good friend of mine from university. But the reason I started playing was because I was like, let's give it a go.
yeah. And you end up being good at it.
Yep.
Turns out you're good at it.
Yeah, great.
Turns out
Love that.
it was quite fun, so I enjoyed it.
Bianca Scarlett says, can you give us your best meow?
This is actually an inside joke, and I was dreading this coming up.
Oh, no.
But
Can
she
you actually do it good?
I don't know if I can't. She used to meow all the time.
Hang on. Your friend used to meow. Why?
You know that. Anyway, yeah.
I want the inside joke.
That's the inside joke. She's
But
used to
why did
meow.
she-
Is that
but-
she wants
Meow.
to stitch you up by getting you to meow on the
Exactly.
podcast.
So thanks, Bianca.
But you got to do it.
Meow.
Oh, no. This is
That wasn't my best one, but
That's so good.
but
That
let's
was
go with that.
perfect.
Great.
All right, last one. TMF373 asks, tell us how it all started at Simon Black Academy.
I thought this was going to come up. So, my first year out of school, I worked at Rossmine, and then I didn't know what I was going to do, and this Simon Black Academy thing came up, and obviously, Simon Black's pretty cool. So I did that for a year. Kelly Gibson was actually the tutor there. Did that for a year. I think that was probably the most fit I've ever been. We were in the gym,
Wow.
running.
Mate, you were part of the academy,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
coaching the
No.
part
I didn't know
of it.
anything about footy back then.
I didn't want to, assume that.
Learnt a lot from them. Didn't do anything with it, obviously, until 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah,
But
wow.
did that.
Got a taste
There
of
you
it.
go.
Yep. And actually, I was there with Mickey Hyde's brother.
Ah.
Ah,
Yep.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
small
Circles
world.
within circles.
Small world.
That's
What
it
have we
for
got?
me.
That's
That's
it
it.
from Mim. Well done, Mim. All right, so this weekend, Whaleup versus St Kilda, Sunday, 12:05, middle of the day. Hope it's not as hot as today. AWST standard time. That's in my head every time I read.
AWSC standard.
Every time I read it, but it makes me laugh because you're basically saying Western Standard Time, standard time.
Yes. Just to
Hilarious,
reiterate.
but love it. I've got Pewee going around in my head right now. But we are wearing our Indigenous jumpers that this year they were designed by Auntie Colleen Hayward and the artwork produced by Kaylee Emery and Peter Farmer Jr. And they look fantastic.
Oh,
and
they're amazing.
They do have the South Fremantle and East Fremantle bands
they're
to
amazing.
them. So and the jumper tells us the story of the club being born from Whaleup, which is Fremantle. And yeah, as I said, highlighting through the colours of South Fremantle and East Fremantle, which is awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
How are we feeling
speaking
about
of
it? Yes.
Pewee, it's actually her 50th
It
game this
is
Sunday.
Pewee's 50th game.
Super
How
excited.
good.
So get down there to watch. I'm pretty pumped about the game. What about you, Jay?
Oh, super excited.
Yep. Let's
Hope
get the
I
dub.
can't wait to just see Laura Pugh's highlight reel. That's what I
Oh.
like about 50th games.
The
There's always a
spoils. They'll be the golden fist
Yeah.
is
She's
She's
out.
very composed too.
So composed.
She
I don't know
is.
how.
Absolutely. There'll be a lot of golden fists in there and even a cheeky goal, I reckon.
I reckon.
We talk about it a bit when she missed an easy one and then kicked the hard one. but,
Great. Phenomenal.
So yeah, best way to do it. All right, that is all we have time for this week. Jay, how was your podcast experience? It's over. That's it. There's no more.
Good.
You
No.
made it through.
No, it was good. It took a bit of time to get started, but
did.
we got there.
She roasts
feedback
us
for
now.
us?
That's some quick feedback. Anyway.
Well, we had some impersonations in there. That was my favourite part. We
Yeah,
can't
that
wait,
was-
can't wait to clip
I
them.
like that.
It's going to be great.
Enjoyed that.
No, thank you, Jay.
That is all we have time for on the Rollers and the Rockers podcast, brought to you by Bankwest. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And as always, I will leave you with Driscoll to finish the pod with an inspiring quote.
Amazing. You nailed that.
Well, I've kept it the same. Have you noticed that I've now kept
keep
it?
it the
I've
same.
kept the start and the end the same, so I could probably do it without the script now. But
Well, that's great.
yeah, it just makes it easier.
And here we go. You have to be odd to be number one. Dr. Seuss, thank you. Also, you're odd and I'm odd. And you're odd. It's just Jay.
Oh,
Sorry,
Jay.
not odd. Can't be number
So
one.
you can't be number one.
That's right.
Well done. Thanks for
First the
listening.
worst, second the best.
See you later. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.